there's different sects within MMA, right? And you start with what's really clear. Okay, the males go over here and the females go over here. And then you can get a little bit clear where you can put them into divisions. And we're going to go 175 pounds and 155 pounds. Right? You get these groups. But once you have that bracket, if you will, once you have the participants, they can then form their own sects. And it's no different than the power trends when you guys were in high school, where the jocks over here and the nerds over here and the party crowds over here. It's no different, and you can't let them do it. 155 pounds right now, okay? 155 pounds, possibly more clear than any other division. You take the top 10 guys, you got 10 great fighters. But of those 10, the first 5 are stars. There's a difference. There's a big difference. Islam Makhachev is as good as anybody walking this planet that weighs 155 pounds. He is not yet a star. He will be one. He's got to get attached to a star. And the only one at 155 that's done any favors for anybody else in a period of time is Tony Ferguson, who did too. He did the favor for Oliveira, and then he did it for Benny Dariush. I don't see anybody thinking Tony Ferguson, but Tony's one of those stars that allowed somebody else to get up there. Now, I'm only telling you this because you have to break these groups up. You got to find them, you got to identify them, and you got to infiltrate them fast. I'm seeing this happen at 135 pounds right now. Jose Aldo, who would fall into the group of veterans. Jose Aldo is amongst my favorite fighters, which are words that Jose never would have thought he'd hear me saying. All because of his attitude right now. He is nothing short of an inspiration, what he is doing. But Jose still falls into this veterans category. We got Frankie Edgar down there. You got Dominic Cruz down there. You got TJ Dillashaw down there. Like, you have these stars. You have these veteran stars. But if they only play with each other, you're going to have a really hard time if you're in the rest of that field. You've got to break them up. And then what do you do if you're one of the young, new up-and-comers? What do you do if you're a Sean O'Malley type? And what if Sean goes and forms his own sect of new breed guys, but they refuse to fight each other, right? I mean, they're going to be the NWO. They're going to be this fastest group within an organization that you can't penetrate if you don't get there and penetrate. Jose Aldo came out today. He did an interview, said, I don't want to fight Dominic Cruz. That devastated me. That is a dream fight for me. My age group, nostalgic reasons, champion versus champion. We were all in the WEC together, so maybe I'm even bringing over a little bit. But that's a dream fight. Jose Aldo said no. Now, he didn't say no like most guys looking to duck Dominic because you don't want to have to deal with the mess that is Dominic Cruz for 15 to 25 minutes. He said, I want to fight Dillashaw. So now I can't even be mad at Jose. I can't be mad at him. He's not trying to get out of a fight if he's trying to get into another fight. I mean, those guys are interchangeable killers. I'm not trying to duck some kind of a heavy lifting, but I'm not going to get my way. Well, then what does Dominic do? And I'm not hearing Dominic speak up a whole bunch. Dominic seems to be pretty easy to please right now. I would like to hear more from Dom. I tried to get something going between Dom and Sean O'Malley. I thought I was going to be a big hero. Everybody's going to be great job, Chael. You did a great. No, they were upset. They didn't work out. So I realized, okay, I got to butt out of Dom's business, but I'm a Dominic fan and I'm also his friend. I do have a say in this somewhere. I get to share my opinion on what a guy that I work with, that I'm buddies with, is going to do. Of course I do, but I don't know where to go with Dom. He's given no direction. This includes private conversations. I cannot get anything from him. I know he's still working hard. I know his knees are feeling better. I know he thinks his best days are in front of him. I know he's within striking distance of making weight on any given night. All point in the direction that no, he is not retiring. Is retirement soon? Maybe. He's not retiring. He's got another match. He's given us absolutely no evidence of where he wants to go. Now, Jose has got in front of this thing and said, don't bring up Dominic. But that's not going to be bad news to Dominic, because Dominic was never saying, give me Jose in the first place. Dominic hasn't said anything. I like my idea about Dominic and O'Malley. I fell on my face. Didn't work. So where does Dom go? And I don't hate Jose's idea, by the way. Jose versus Dillashaw, I don't hate that, but I am sharing with you, once you have the Dominics and you have the Frankie Edgars and you have the Dillashaws, you get these guys that are veterans, that are stars. If they start to pull themselves to one side of the playground and they only play with one another, the rest of you guys in the top 10 are going to have one hell of a hard time. You got to identify these different sects, even within your weight classes, and you got to break them up now. I said it with a passion. I had no point in any of that. But boy, I felt like I was saying it like, man, I've uncovered something. Everybody needs to take action.
I was watching an episode of 30 Rock yesterday.
Yep, I'm hearing you.